All right, welcome, guys. It is a special Sunday night edition of the MMAOB Daily Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Adam Morton, joined by my co-host here, Mr. Big Marcel. Sunday, July 28th, although for you, Marcel, it's Monday, actually, isn't it? Monday.
Yeah.
What time is it? Almost 3 a.m.?
Yeah, it's almost 3 a.m.
So you feel like the fans in England last night, watching in the middle of the night then?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
We'll talk about that. But yeah, we're going to recap UFC 304. Obviously, some big upsets there, including one Marcel called. Got to give you a lot of credit, man, calling Belal Muhammad. Earning the welterweight championship. They get some comments here. What the hell is this? I'm here. You were the one that was late. I'm early. I'm the one early.
You're always the first because you set this up, so
yeah,
you're always
true.
the first.
We got Beercha in the chat. Beercha, it's also he's in Belgium, I think.
Yeah. So it's the same time as me.
Same time. Yep. I mean, it's late for you guys. Like it's brutally late. What time did you go to bed at last night? Like 9 or this morning, like 9 a.m.
9.
Yeah.
I was actually like 9 and was light already everywhere. So it's like, yeah.
You're used to that shit. You're used to that.
Yeah.
By the way, we got Jamie in the chat too. Jamie said time was brutal for me. My dad watching while fell asleep. I know it's late. Even Leon, I think he did something at the time. I don't think helped him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a thing. Like I'm working, so I'm busy doing stuff. So, but if I was watching before the TV, I had often as well, when it's at night that my eyes close, So it's pretty normal,
Yeah, I understand. We got Drew in the chat. I want to give him a shout out. And Craig, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. Also understood Dana. Only fun. There was a few in the prelims that he didn't give credit to that were fun, but hard. Guys, I'm just going to call it like it is. The UFC card lately have been pretty bad. I mean, I'm just being honest, Marcel. They've been mediocre. To be honest with you, like the best card lately has been the main card of the Vernon Jandiroba card.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Everyone said that card was shit, and including us or me. I said the card wasn't going to be very good, and it was amazing. This card wasn't that good. Dude, this card wasn't that good. The last pay-per-view wasn't that good, really. The last pay-per-view before that wasn't that good.
Also, did calling us out for saying that was on paper a bad card, the main card. That was on paper not a good card, but it delivered, and that's good. But overall, I mean, I didn't have that same feeling last night, but I had that with the first fight, by the way. But with a lot of these Apex fight nights, you have like the first 3 or 4 fights. Yeah. Like, what the hell are we watching?
I know, and that happened last week too. Like the first bunch of fights were boring, but then the main card was good. This card was like, well, the first fight was absolute garbage, and then the next couple fights we had 3 finishes. You're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a good card. I'm like, okay, all these English guys are gonna get finishes tonight. Like they're all huge favorites. It's gonna be fun. And then it was like, I think 7 straight decisions. Dana White lost all the rest of his hair in his head, and he lost all the hair in his body. Probably he was so stressed out. And the fans, they were having a good time. I got to give the fans a lot of credit. Every time they show them on the screen, Marcel, it was like 5 a.m. They're fucking jumping up and down. I think Patty really saved the card. If that fight was boring, they would have fucking rioted. The card was honestly, Marcel, 5 out of 10. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so, man. It wasn't a great
5.5.
Man.
I'll give it 5.5. I'll give it 5.5. But it was like
great.
Like I know that's like average, but I would say it's like it was just an underwhelming card. I expected more from this card. I agree with True. The fighters looked flat. I agree with Beercha. I mean, Dana was pissed. Yeah, the Apex could look good. Go ahead, Marcel.
The only thing Dana liked on this card is that Patty won. That's the only thing.
Patty and probably Tom too. Tom knockout. No,
not the way that went. That was way too quick, and
it
got even more pressure on him.
It didn't like really like show like anything, right?
No, it puts even more pressure on Dana
to make
do
the fight
John,
with Jones?
Tom instead of John.
I mean, he got asked about it. He was really defensive again. He just every time he just basically sucks up to John Jones every chance he gets and shits on all the other fighters. It's so lame, dude.
When he pulled that card from John Jones on stage.
I thought that Dana's presser last night was so lame too. I mean, he was just shitting on the fighters.
Yeah.
Like, I gave Oscar credit. He shot back. He's like, it's fucking 3 a.m. And Dana's like, I don't give a fucking shit. I don't care. You know what time it is in Las Vegas? It's like, dude, you're not the one fighting. I gotta give these fighters a break on these fights because, like, dude, the time was fucked. Like, anyways, I mean, listen, I watch every UFC card. So do you. I look forward to every Saturday, guys, watching UFC. Too. I was underwhelmed by this card, and I know I'm not the only one. And we're not here just to complain about this card, but we have to just call it like it is. Marcel, 5.5. Is that?
I go 6, but it's not anymore. It's nothing more.
That's not a good rating for a pay-per-view.
No.
It's probably, I would say, of all the pay-per-views this year, it's probably the weakest one, right?
I honestly honestly think the UFC fucked up. I think they should have put Tom as the main
event.
event.
Yeah, I
he's
think
a
so too.
guy from Manchester. You know
it's
what I
just
mean?
because he's interim champ, not
yeah. But that's also the UFC's mistake. You know.
I mean, they shouldn't have the second belt. Stupid.
Yeah.
Joe had it. Gave it. Joe was the same as me. Joe, what's up, man? Got you here. Antoine, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here. Jamie said he just didn't like the card. I don't blame you, Jamie. Honestly, it wasn't great. So weird. Aspinalls lost to complete random guys. I think the one was like a DQ to that guy, Stuart Austin or something. Wasn't it like a DQ? Tom Aspinall in his early career. It's like a random one. It was yeah. West Coast. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, guys, I have said this. I say it every week. We paid a fucking huge price for UFC 300 being the most stacked card ever because all of those fights could have been main events. There's a card, guys, in less than 1 month from now that does not have a main event. August 24th. There's no main event, right?
Yeah, they're working on it. Yeah.
Okay, well, they're working on it. You're going to tell me after, and I can't say it here. I get it.
No.
But, I mean, I'm just saying, like, right now, there's not announced, and that's not good. Do these fighters know what the time? They did. They knew the time. What's up, John? You fight Chi Miles going back to bite them. They passed on elite Bellator fighters, Barkanyan, Parnassi, let Askarov go, now cutting Makaev. Makaev, we'll talk about Makaev in a second. We'll just save that spot.
Oh, yeah.
Claude House, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. All right, guys. Sunday evening, I'm going to crack open a beer. Just finished 2 softball games. Fucking exhausted.
I have some water. I still have to drive. So.
Oh, my God. That is so delicious. Look at this. Best beer ever. Oh, Tom's face is there.
Well, I'm just happy you don't have Heineken. So that's all.
Yeah. Do they have this beer do you sell it there?
No, never seen it.
Best
never
beer.
seen.
Best beer.
It's good.
I went to the brewery 2 years ago in St. John, in New Brunswick. It's fucking awesome. I have the jersey and everything.
Nice.
Fucking delicious, guys. I needed this. I just played, like I said, 2 softball games. I went to the Sports Interaction with them again last night. I've been doing the pay-per-views. Did the last 6 pay-per-views. It's awesome. You know, it's like an AMA. We do like a live chat. We had like 600 people in the video. It was awesome. Marcel asking questions, watching with us. It was fun, you know. And but again, it finished at, I think the card. What time the card finished? 1:30. Is that
over here?
Yeah, like for me.
For you, I don't know.
I think it was like 1:30, right? About that. Possible. So I got home at like 2:30. I mean, you know, of course, I had to grab a Big Mac more. So it was the only thing open in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah, of course, if you're hungry.
I wish they had a McTasty. They don't sell them here. McTasty.
Bro, we did it as well, man. When I went with a friend to an MMA event and we came back, I think that was, remember, the Khabib Conor card was that. We watched that here, but before that was a Belgian event. And when we went back home, we went to the drive-thru and we also got some food, you know.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I swear to God, the lineup for the drive-thru is like onto the main street because it's the only thing open in the middle of the night. It really is. So, anyways, it was good. I deserved it after working my ass off last night. You got signed collectibles in the chat. Yeah, we'll talk about Makaev. I pasted, pantsed him. Sorry, he did. I saw some Hudo talking about that. Richard, what do you guys prefer? Stack pay-per-views or 2 main fights? And I prefer stack pay-per-views. I just think that they stack 300 a little bit too much because, again, all those fights could have been, for the most part, main events of fight night cards, and then you just keep pulling from the well. Like, it is what it is, you know. I think the biggest thing, the biggest problem is there's too many events. That's the biggest problem. There's too many events.
There's quantity over quality, man. You know. That's the problem.
It should be 3 events a month, not 4.
Yeah.
It should be 1 pay-per-view, 2 fight nights, and 1 like off week where you can just chill. I think that's perfect, you know. And then because remember, they still have a like fucking Contender Series. They have Ultimate Fighter. There's other promotions too. There's a lot of MMA right now, and I just think that there's not truly enough talent right now to support all these cards. That's my honest opinion. Bro. The UFC has like 700 fighters on the roster. I mean, let's be honest, they could cut 200 of them right now. They could. They honestly could.
I'm so done with the Ultimate Fighter.
I haven't been watching. Don't spoil it for me. But I honestly,
I don't.
I've been taping it, but I haven't caught up. No one spoil it, please. I will watch it. But stop, Blake. People saying Leon was overrated. I mean, I picked him too. I got to did I give you credit yet? You made a great pick. You know, great pick, Marcel. We'll get into this.
Yeah, thanks, right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Dana said that he wants to do them at the same time. You saw the thing last night, right? You watched the press?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What do you think? He was kind of a dick last night, wasn't he?
I mean, he was just upset that the fighters he wanted to win didn't win. You know, that's pretty much
Patty won. He got 200.
Yeah, besides, that's why he got 200K. You know,
they're both his kids. That's what they said for each of the kids, the twins.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for inviting my friends to watch the card. The boring card. It is what it is. You never know. Like you really never know. You never know. Like again, that card last week, guys. I'm looking at that main card. I'm like, ugh, this card is rough. And it was a fucking really good card. Like the main card last week. The prelim sucked, but the main card was good. But again, they could have cut most of those prelim fighters, put those fights that were on the main card on these prelims, and then you would have had a stacked card, you know? But they didn't do that. Chris, what's up? On paper, main card prelims were bangers. It just turned out to be okay. I agree. The Wood fight was okay, I guess. It wasn't terrible. Wasn't great, though. I know we'll get to it. We'll talk about McCann. Just wait. We'll talk. We have some, but we'll wait for that. Let's get into the card.
Let's start.
Yeah, because I'm enjoying talking about it, though, you know?
Me too.
All right, let's get into the card. So, man, tough night picture, you guys, and I'm the first guy to admit it when I have a bad night. Like, I went 6-8. It was terrible. 6-8. It was awful. I think you went 9-5. I think I have to double check, but I think you had a.
Check it. Okay.
I think you had a good night. I went 6-8. It was a bad night for me. Not proud of it. I got to make a few adjustments with the way I'm picking it because the first 6 months of this year, I was like the top guy picking fights, and the last month has been very mediocre. Like, just for me, not good enough. So, there's a few adjustments I have to make, obviously, with my picking, and hopefully I'll get back on track this week with Abu Dhabi. But you know, it is what it is. There's ebbs and flows and stuff. Like, but I want to give you guys good picks, and I'm disappointed in myself because I was a little bit too overconfident, obviously, in Edwards and with Christian Leroy Duncan, who shit the bed last night. That guy looked awful. We're going to end with Shauna Ben, and we're going to end with her. Don't worry. Let's start with the main event. Belal Muhammad defeats Leon Edwards. Unanimous decision, 48, 47, 48, 47, 49, 46. How'd you score it?
Round 1 for Belal, round 2 for Belal, round 3 for Leon, round 4 for Belal. Round 5, yep. I mean, can you give based on one strike fight to the round to Edwards? Can do that, also can do that. So I'm cool with 49, 46, yep. 48, 47.
I'm with you. Like, I think the last round I think it can go either way. You know, it didn't even matter, to be honest with you. I was watching with those guys last night. I was leaning Belal, but to be honest, Edwards did do a lot of damage in that last minute, so I could swing it his way. But Joe gave him round 1. See, that's the thing. One of the judges did. I can't get there. I can't get him for round 1. But at the same time, like there was the chance that the judges could have went 1, 3, and 5 for Edwards.
Yeah, that's what I said in the Discord as well. Crazy? You know, wouldn't be surprised, and definitely not because it was in England. So
were you thinking were you thinking a split decision after the fight?
I wasn't thinking a split decision. I was thinking they'd probably give it to Leon. You know,
you thought so, eh? You really thought so.
But I'm happy they didn't because I think Belal won.
Because that fight with Kamaru Usman was very close. That was majority decision, I think. And some of I think one of with the tie, right? Because there was that point deduction. I think Leon really needed that finish, but I think he could have forced a 10-8 round. He could have forced a 10-8 round. If he did more damage in the last minute, I think one of the judges might have went that way. I think the judges got it right. I think Belal deserved it. Belal performed well last night. It wasn't the most exciting performance, obviously, but he did what he had to do, and I give him a lot of credit. I am terrible at picking Belal Muhammad fights. Do not listen to me about Belal Muhammad fights. I'm not going to pick for or against this guy anymore, like for bets. I can't do it. I got the last 5 wrong. That's not good. And he's been underdog in all of them. Did you pick him against Edwards, Burns, Brady, Luque, or Thompson besides this fight? Did you pick him in any other fights or no?
I picked him against Thompson and I picked him against Edwards.
So 2 of the 5.
Yeah.
So I'm 0-5 and you're 2-3. So you're a little better at picking his fights. Again, there are some fighters, guys, where I'm like Tom Aspinall, I'm 8-0 on his fights. I picked everyone right, including the loss to Blaydes. But Belal's a guy he's beaten me for a lot of his career. But again, I give him a lot of credit because he fought with a smart game plan. He got that takedown so easy. As soon as he got that takedown, the first one, Marcel, I was like, oh, this is not good for Edwards.
20 seconds.
Yeah. And then the second round, I think it was, he landed this huge uppercut at the end of the round and he rocked Edwards. Did you see that? Like, Edwards,
I saw that.
His eyes rolled back in his head. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then the third round, Edwards comes out there and he grappled him for the whole 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, maybe this fight's going to be tied heading to the 5th round. But after that, it was like Belal takes 4. And then 5, you know, again, that's a swing round, could go either way. But, you know, for me, I think Edwards just Dana called him flat. I think that's fair. I think the time change affected his performance. I really do. It's not an excuse to lose. Belal also fought at a weird time. But I just think Leon had a bad night at the office, you know, and it happens. It just sucks that it was in a title fight for him. I don't think he deserves an immediate rematch at all. He only defended the title twice. I think that this has to be Shavkat and Belal. I would favor Shavkat. I think the odds are out and Shavkat's the favorite, I think, right? But
yeah.
I mean, again, I suck at picking Belal's fights. So yeah, let me get some comments here. Sorry, Joe, I didn't see what you said. He said he gave 1 round to Leon. Yeah. I mean, other than that judge, I didn't see anyone give Leon that first round except for that one judge, to be honest with you. Exactly. Thank God, Leon Belal. Yeah, over 2.5, 4.5 was a good bet. That was actually the best bet in the card, wasn't it? Colby's I think Colby's just done. I mean, actually, this makes Colby look a lot worse because he got pretty much dominated by Edwards, and now Edwards got. Would you say it was a domination last night? Or no?
The dominate. Oh, for this one.
Yeah.
Domination. Yeah, and in some rounds, yeah, definitely.
One-sided. It was a one-sided fight for the most part, eh?
The thing is, like, man, and I actually don't want to do this, but I will still say it. People were like that. Leon Edwards is this amazing next level welterweight, and I was like, let's be honest, he has a really good streak. He was on a really good streak.
He hadn't lost in years.
But
10
yeah,
years.
for sure. But
9
also.
Years.
He was losing 4-1 to Kamaru Usman until he got that crazy head kick,
I know.
Then he fights Kamaru Usman in a close fight at home. Then he fights Covington in a really lackluster fight, and now he fights Belal, and he's out of nowhere. People were like, he's levels above Belal. I didn't see it,
I didn't think it that way, but I just thought it would be like a competitive fight, but one that he wins. That's what I thought it would be. I thought it would be 48, 47, maybe 49, 46 for Edwards. It went the other way, So I read the fight wrong. You had a great read on the fight. I got to give you credit.
I mean, yeah, but I was just like, that people are like, yeah, he's pound for pound, this and that. I hear people saying that. And I was like, yeah, I don't see that, I think he's a very good fighter. He's very all-round as well, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, Belal did very well.
He did great. I think they should give Shavkat 5 rounds. I mean, the plan, I think, was to do JDM and Shavkat, I think, for 5 rounds, right? Was that the plan?
Definitely for 3. I don't know if it was for 5.
Okay.
I mean, they should do that fight. I want to see. I want to see Belal Shavkat. I don't need to see Edwards rematching Belal. Give me Edwards. Why not do Edwards against Ian Gary, for example?
I mean, Dane even said last night. He said we have other plans. Like they're not doing that fight next. It's not. Bisping gave Edwards the first round. I don't know about that. Yeah, they have to get that fight. Yeah, they want to get the title off Belal. Leon didn't move well. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Marcus, what's up? Leon, Ian Gary's a good fight for Leon. You like that one, Ian Gary?
Yeah. Why not? I mean,
I think
they don't like each other.
Yeah, it makes sense. They used to train with each other, I think, right? So
yeah, for a few days.
Yeah, I think it's a 5-round main event, personally.
Adam, I want to ask you this, man. And maybe I'm a kind of an old kind of guy that's annoyed by it, but the coach of Leon, man, I mean, he got this viral moment, before that knockout with Leon, and I feel like he tries to reproduce that moment like every single time when he sees the cameras on him, man.
I get what you're saying, but like at the same time, he fucking told him, like, dude, you have to fucking finish, son. You got to go out there and get the finish. Like he told him straight up. Leon just didn't have it last night. He didn't. No. He couldn't do it. Shemaev to drop down. Yeah, I was thinking about that last night too. I know that they're friends, but Islam and Belal is an interesting fight. I think Belal is one of the guys that Islam could beat and win 2 titles. Don't you think? I think it's a winnable fight.
It's possible, man.
Yeah, fair to say Belal helps Shop. Yeah, for sure. Leon's worst performance? No, the Claudio Silva fight in his debut or second fight, that was bad. That's a guy that he should have always beaten, and he lost a split. So that's the second worst performance. Well, he did, because that's the thing. The first fight, they did fight once, and Edwards won the first round. It was only one round. I only went 1 round, but Edwards looked good in that fight. Belal's leveled up since then. Diaz could have finished Leon. It's possible. I mean, he slapped him and rocked him with a slap, which is crazy. Herb Dean is the reason because of the unfair separation of him and Usman before the head kick. It's funny. Thoughts on Okamoto and Dean Thomas saying Usman should be next. I don't think that we should discount Usman at all, to be honest with you. I think Usman's still in the mix.
True, but he's 0-3 in his last 3 fights.
He is, but I think he's a big enough name. He's one of the GOATs of all time at welterweight. He's one of the best fighters of all time, Kamaru Usman. He really is, but he is 0-3. One of the fights obviously is at middleweight, so they can kind of excuse that one, but he needs to win 1 fight. Now, if Kamaru fights Ian Gary, or if Kamaru fought Shavkat, which I think was that the fight they wanted, and then Dana said, or Ali Abdelaziz was like, no, we're not doing it? Or what happened there? Remember on the Fight Inc. What was the?
Wasn't that Kamaru against Chimaev? I don't know anymore, man. It's
Yeah, but
too long
remember
ago,
Fight
dude.
Inc. I thought they wanted to do that, and then Ali Abdel's
It was for last year.
Yeah, just like don't do that fight or something. Anyways, I think Kamaru versus JDM would be a good fight too. Kamaru, actually, Ian Gary, Kamaru. I mean, there's a lot of fights for Kamaru. I'd like to see him back. I really like Kamaru Usman. I think he's one of the best fighters of all time. I really do. He is 0-3. I think that he needs at least one more win though. But I don't think you should discount him, guys. I don't think he's completely out of the mix. What's up, Tristan? I think Shavkat. I think he's the favorite, right? He should win, but again, Tristan, I suck at picking Belal fights. Don't listen to me. Ian Gary's a good fight. There's JDM. JDM was supposed to fight against Chaka, but he got sick or something, right? Staph infection? Is that what happened?
I don't know. No, he had to, at least he was at the hospital.
Yeah.
Don't ask me these things, man. What happened 2 months ago with an infection or whatever?
Sorry, guys. Marcel's getting brand new news every day. It's ruins. No, I don't think it ruins the dream at all. I think Islam could still fight there, but Islam apparently has a broken hand. Like he might not fight again this year. So, what would your odds be for Gary Leon? Probably close odds, but I think Gary's probably the favorite right now after last night, right? Would you favor Gary?
I think Leon is still the favorite, but I think
it's close odds, eh? Yeah, I would say like minus 130 for Gary.
Something like that, yeah.
I think people are going to be down on Leon after last night. I think people are down on him. Belal and Shavkat. Is Leon still elite welterweight? Last night wasn't very good, so I don't know. I mean, he's still top 3 though, so yeah, I guess he's still elite technically, but he didn't look very good.
He's probably still the number 1 contender, so yeah.
Yeah, Belal would probably be favored against DDP. Belal called out DDP, but he wants to defend the title against those other guys first. Kind of crazy became a timeline where Wonder Boy didn't and Rory didn't win a champion. Belal was that's the thing with the sport. Like, and I've been watching for so long. There's been champions that I didn't expect to win titles. Like I didn't think Alexa Grasso would be a heavyweight champion, women's flyweight champion. Excuse me. I didn't think Stipe was going to be a champion. I never did. I thought that he was an okay fighter. He was the best heavyweight probably ever. There's some other fighters I can't even remember, but like Belal, when he came in the UFC, he got destroyed by Juban and these other guys. I never thought he was that good, Marcel. I got to be honest. Bisping's another guy. I thought he was a gatekeeper, basically. Like an elite gatekeeper almost. He became a champion. So, and to be honest, like even Rockhold, I thought Chris Weidman was going to destroy Luke Rockhold, and it was the other way around. So. Do you think Shavkat became a superstar? Could become? Yeah, I think he could. All right. Belal's 36, and he took the trend of the guys that are over 35 winning. So it's good for him. All right. I think we're good with the main event. Let's move to the co-main event. Tom Aspinall knocks out Curtis Blaydes 1 minute exactly, Marcel. I mean, it was wow. It was close. It was quick. It was very quick. I had no doubt Tom was going to knock him out. I mean, to me, this was an easy fight to call. It's Tom, the speed, the power, it's insane. And then, what is he? Tom is 8-1 in the UFC with 8 finishes, 7 in the first round. He's an unbelievable fighter. Curtis is a very good fighter with a bad chin. He's been knocked out 5 times now, I think. 5 times, Marcel. It's too bad, because he's a hell of a wrestler, and he's a good. To be honest, Curtis landed a few good punches too in the first round.
Start, yeah.
Right? I was like, holy shit. But Tom, the speed, right? Stoppage was good. I think the stoppage was fine. You're okay with the stoppage?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. They got to do Tom and Jones. I mean, I don't trust Dana when he said, "Oh yeah, he's going to fight the winner or something." That's never. James Lynch, our good friend, is convinced. Is convinced, I should say. He's never going to fight him. I don't think he's going to. John Jones is doing everything he can not to fight Tom Aspinall. I don't care about John Jones and Stipe at all. I don't care about that fight. Does any fan care about this fight? I'm telling you right now. Does any fan? Have you seen one fan say, "I can't wait to watch Stipe and Jones"?
Only the casual fan who watches here and there fights, but not the hardcore fan. I think
at this point, Tom is the best heavyweight probably. Would you favor Tom or Jones? Who would you favor in the fight?
Oh, that's a difficult one, dude. I mean,
I know.
Obviously, Aspinall has some knockout power that Jones actually doesn't really have, in my opinion. But I think Jones is so complete everywhere,
I know.
So it's super difficult.
That's the problem, though, with Tom is that, we still haven't learned enough about his cardio and his overall game. I mean, what happens if Jones takes him down and he gets thrown on his back? I was hoping, to be honest, I was kind of hoping that Curtis would get him down once just to see, right?
I think Tom is just that good
He is.
to compare to the other guys that he hasn't been really challenged. So it's crazy, but it's like that, So
He's a beast.
yeah,
Tom's
so
an absolute beast, dude.
that's why it intrigues me, that fight against Jones. I want to see it, but listen. I understand from Jones' point of view that he is like, I have nothing to gain here. I want to fight Stipe and I want to go out. But it's just stupid, man. It's like the highest level of the sport. You should fight the best fighter who is available at that moment. And I think Tom is the guy who should fight Jones, but we're probably not going to see it. I think Jones fights Stipe. Both guys will retire. Tom gets promoted to the unified undisputed champion.
I mean, he's defending the interim belt now. This is bullshit. This is actually bullshit. I think there's been 2 people defending the interim title. Is that or something? Arlovsky and Belal, right? That's it?
I think so.
Did Nogueira or no? He lost. Remember, he fought Randy Couture. He lost that fight, I think, right?
Yeah.
Was that even for the interim belt? I can't remember now. I'd have to double check. I'll double check.
I think there was an interim belt with Frank Mir against Nogueira.
Oh, okay. Again, this is like 15 years ago now, which is crazy, but.
Didn't Nogueira won the interim belt from Tim Sylvia?
He won it from Tim Sylvia and lost in his first defense. He didn't defend it. Okay, yeah. Then he fought Randy after that. That makes sense. That was a really good fight, by the way. That was a great fight, Randy and Nogueira. That's an underrated fight.
Did they fight?
Yeah, they fought in 2009. It was a great fight. It was a main event, I think, and it was an awesome fight. It was 3 rounds, back when they were only 3-round main events.
What was the card? I really can't remember now you're telling me.
UFC 90, UFC 100. Let me double check.
102, 103.
I think it was 102.
But that wasn't for a title, man. It
was just a great fight. I'm just saying it was an awesome fight.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That's the card where Chris Tucker got kicked in the nuts, right? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's guy, and he was puking, and then they're like, well, "You have to fight still," and he got destroyed. You remember that?
The blonde guy. Yeah.
I think he puked into a bucket. They're like, "You got to keep fighting." It's like, what the fuck? Sorry, guys. There's a lot of comments here, but yeah, Stipe 2021, they got unlocked to it. He hasn't fought in 3.5 years. He should not be fighting for the belt. It's ridiculous. Do you guys think Jones and Aspinalls won 100%? I mean, that fight probably does 2 million pay-per-views. I think. Would you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great fight. I don't know how many pay-per-views it will do, but it's a great fight. But man, Dana should just stop glazing Jones, man. Everyone knows this dude is great.
It's so annoying, honestly. And I think Jones is the best fighter of all time. I'm one of the guys that does.
Great. Yeah.
Okay, well, pretty sure likes Aspinall. Jones versus Tom. What do you think that's? I mean, dude, if Jones, that's the thing. There's a lot to gain for. There's a lot to lose. There is a lot to lose, but there's a lot to gain. Too. Like, I think he's the best. Everyone thinks he's the best, but you go and beat Tom Aspinall in his prime. It not only does it put you in, it makes you for sure the best UFC fighter. I think it would put you in the conversation of the best athletes of any sport of all time. And I think Jones is arguably already there, but there's a lot of problems with Jones with the drug testing and all this stuff outside the cage, right?
You know what the funny thing is, man? That fight between John Jones and Stipe Miocic would have been fun 5 years ago.
Yeah,
and that's the time that Daniel Cormier actually fought Miocic, and he could have been Jones if he didn't let that shit.
I completely agree. You're right. If Jones and Steve retire, who Aspinall fight? Who's the contender right now? Who is it? Jailton Almeida?
It's gonna be Gane.
Or Gane. Sorry, I forgot what Gane. My apologies. Obviously Gane, but Volkov again. I mean, the heavyweight division is not stacked. We could be in a world where he's fighting Jairzinho Rosenstrike or something in 2 years. If he's a champion. But I really like Tom Aspinall a lot. He's such a good fighter. Yeah. Tom is better than Gane on the ground, and John couldn't run through Santos Arias. True, different weight class. Obviously, Jones is different in heavyweight, but I agree. I mean, those fights were close, dude. I thought he lost both those fights.
Also, I keep saying, man, those last couple of fights from Jones at light heavyweight, I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, so it's not like that this is a fact and actually a fact, but I feel like he didn't feel challenged, he didn't feel the motivation, and he just went in to fight. But you see, when he fought at heavyweight, he was more motivated. And like the Jones, the finishing Jones came back, Yeah. So that's why I want to see the fight against Aspinall, because Miocic is 43 when that fight's going to happen against Jones. He's 42 now. He's 43 next month. So, I mean, why do we even want to see that, right? Listen, if I do a poll now on my Twitter, I'm pretty sure if I'm asking, maybe 92% says they want to see Jones against Aspinall. They always say those 8% was think differently, but,
That's Dana White's burner account. I got to get Zach's comment. Zach, no. I mean, I really, truly, I haven't seen a fan say, I can't wait to see Stipe and Jones. Now, when they announced it 2 years ago or last year, whenever the fight was supposed to happen, yeah. But now it's just past. It's gone too far now. And I just don't care about it anymore. And yeah, that did happen. Poton and Bones is a huge fight too. I think Poton and Tom is a huge fight. Dana's not interested at all. Dana was, you saw that post fight. That journalist, Dana fucking was pissed at the guy for saying, I want to see this fight. He goes, why do you want to see it so bad? He's like, because it's a fun fight. The fans want to see it.
I'm actually happy, man. Pereira should defend his belt against Ankalaev.
He should, but I think if he wins that fight, Marcel, I honestly
then I'm cool with it.
I think it makes a lot of sense, dude. You know, and he, you know, he's going to try to become the guy who wins 3 belts first before Connor does. Tom's 6 years younger, yeah. Ask about Lewis, maybe a couple years. Aspinalls more title defense than Whitaker. If you count the interim belt, yeah. Marcel's Blaydes and John. I mean, John's a great fighter. We're not like as bad as Dana. John's defeats my legend taking fight, honestly. Confidence in the man never lost. I don't know, man. He just always ignores Tom, but I get it. He's the best ever. Brandon, what's up, man? Tom Aspinall's not a decision guy. Can't knock Jones out. I think a lot of the guys say we division a lot harder matchup than Jones and Aspinall. I thought Gong was a bad matchup, but he destroyed him in a minute. So, you know, or whatever it was, about 3 minutes. I think that really Tom's the only guy at heavyweight that is the guy that challenged Jones. I mean, I don't think Curtis Blaydes does. And who else is there? Jailton Almeida, I don't think he does. Sergey Spivak, Marcin Tybura. Who else am I forgetting? Martino Rosenstrike. I don't think these guys have the overall game.
George Estanio.
Maybe Volkov. You know, I think Volkov is a really good fighter who's like on a roll right now. But even him, like, and then who's the other guy? Pavlovich. You know, he's got the Pavlovich does have the one punch power, but he's so limited, man. Post-COVID John's a different guy. Sure is. Why would Dana want? What does he gain from it? Dana wants it because it's going to cement Jones as the GOAT, you know? But again, and you know, and Dana and Marcel talked about the last month. Dana White doesn't understand the difference between the GOAT list and the pound for pound list. He fucking doesn't, does he?
Or he just doesn't want to hear it, you know?
Dana's fucking stubborn. Wooden Mill would be a good fight. We'll talk about his fight in a sec. We'll move on here. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Imagine that happens 5 years from now. He's still defending the belt. All right, let's go to the next fight, guys. There's enough to talk about that. King Green gets submitted by Paddy Pimblett. Paddy wins. Oh, yeah, I should say Tom won a bonus. Paddy won 2, and Parker won 1. I want to quickly ask before we get into this fight. Dude, I would have given all the guys that got finishes a bonus. Dana completely ignored Bendeskis, Bukowskis, and Sam Patterson. They're like, he's like, oh, these guys didn't fight hard. Well, you had 2 guys that had quick finishes, or one guy had a quick one, won 3rd round in a close fight, gets fucking submission. Completely ignored those. Did he even watch? They asked the question: did he watch those fights? Did Dana actually watch those fights? No, probably not. Probably not. Possible. I don't think it's fair. Paddy got 2 bonuses. I'm just saying right now. I don't think it's fair. But you know, life's not fair, right? I don't think. Would you have given Paddy $200K, or would you give him Bendeskis $100K or Patterson?
I'd rather give it to more people than just to one, you know.
Same. Sam Patterson makes 12 and 12. He could have really used that money. You know, I'm not saying Paddy can, but Paddy's a superstar. You know, Paddy's rich. He has a lot of money. Tom Aspinall doesn't probably need that 100,000 as much as Bukowski does. Big Park can definitely deserve it. I'm glad.
Maybe Dana was like, Paddy got 2 submissions, so I give him 2 bonuses. I don't know.
I guess so, right? Because he did get the triangle and the armbar kind of probably passed it. As long as goes active. Yeah, I mean, I can see that argument, but I just think other people are more active, you know? I don't get it either, Zach. I think it's bullshit. I don't think Dana watched those fights. I just think he didn't watch them. Very grumpy. Very fucking grumpy. I'm never doing this again.
It was like he was like waiting for the moment to say he'd never do it again, you know? Pretty much that's what I felt like, you know?
You know, again, I think, who asked him what the bonus was? So Jose Youngs? I can't remember, one of the journalists and asked him about, like, you know.
Normally it's Mike Bond, but I don't know this time.
He wasn't there. It was someone else. I think it was Jose, and Dana was just, like, ignoring basically all the points he was making. Or it might have been Oscar. I can't remember who it was. Actually, was it Oscar? It might have been.
I don't know. Possibly.
I give Oscar credit. He's one of the only journalists that actually has the balls to fight back kind of with Dana. They're not going to kick Oscar out. Oscar is one of the better journalists. He's always there at all the European events. He's well respected, but he's one of the few guys that actually fights back a bit with Dana. And so does Alex. Actually, I'll give Alex credit too. He does fight back a little bit with Dana. You know. Because most of these journalists are fucking scared that they're going to lose their credentials. Let's be honest, right? They're fucking scared.
Oh, Dana, thank you for bringing the event.
Thank you so much for coming back to Manchester. Yeah. You fucking hate that, eh? When they do that, thank you so much for.
It's like so sucking up, you know.
It's like pull your pants down, man, and get ready.
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid. Let me get some comments, though, guys. The pay-per-view started way too fucking late, 30 minutes after the hour. Like they had to do all these. They had to have them basically previewing the fights. If you've already bought the card, you don't need to see the preview for these fights. Like I don't see the point. They can just run me like, here's the lineup for tonight. Here you go. You don't need to be like do those little like trailers and stuff. We don't.
It's like the fucking same with the televised prelims. They're going talk first, then they go to commercial break, and then they start, and then they're fucking too late with the pay-per-view because it didn't start on time.
Would you guys go okay with bonus for removing 30K guaranteed? I mean, they should have been doing the finish bonus years ago. It should be 50K for every finish. I truly believe that, and I think it was I can't remember the journalist, but they said should they just raise the it was Oscar. He just said should they just raise the bonuses like full time, and Dave's like no, this is tonight's the reason why we shouldn't raise. They should be all 100,000, dude. They were 50,000 fucking 15 years ago. It's 2024. 50,000 doesn't go as far as it used to. It doesn't. Inflation. The UFC is making so much money. They make so much money. They're so rich. They're just such a rich, greedy company. I love them because they put on a great product. I love the fucking UFC, but they are a greedy company, Marcel. They are.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I love them too because they have the best MMA promotion out there, and they put on the best fights, and the best matchmaking, the best fighters. And as much as I, criticizing Dana right now because I don't agree with what he was saying last night, he is the best promoter in MMA. There's no doubt about it. He is.
He always wins the award.
He always does. But the truth is, Marcel, we have a job because of Dana. I mean, that is the honest truth.
That's true.
We have a career because of this guy. So as much as I fucking despise the guy sometimes because of the points he makes about, not giving the fighters more money, again, the sport would not be where it was without this guy. So you have to live and die by the sword with Dana. Zach's right. He says 12 is why you weren't risking it all for a bonus. You can go out there and not get a bonus, risk more than reward. Completely agreed. That fight's not happening. McCanno's fighting Benoit Saint-Denis. I don't know why he called him out. He should have called out fucking Dariush who's in the crowd. He should have called him out.
Unless he wants to fight on the last pay-per-view in December. It's possible. Then it's possible.
Yeah, 7J decisions were rough. Dana can't risk 10 hands of blackjack. He even brags about how he spent 50K a hand. How you got 200 because submitting green killed many parlays. I think he did say something about that. He did say that killed a lot of parlays. You wonder, right? You do wonder. Dave was falling asleep. Interviewing told him they were fighting 3 a.m. He said it's 7 p.m. Vegas. He had no fucking clue, Actually, no, it would have been 7 because it's 8-hour difference. Actually, it would have been. To be honest, that is true. Give trailers. All right. Why do you guys think Dana could be greedy? He's a businessman. He's a ruthless businessman. And he wouldn't have got here today without the way he is. So, but I just think at this point in the UFC, they make so much money now. Like these events, like Jerry Cannonier and Nasruddin Imavov was not a very good card. That's sold out. That card, they can go to any city right now, sell out, fucking make $2 million at the gate plus the money from ESPN. Give it back to the fighters. They'll put on better fights. I don't agree with Dana saying, well, this is proof they don't put on better fights. One fucking sample size? One sample? What about UFC 300 where he said, I'm going to give 300,000 bonuses? He had the best fucking card of the year. He had all these people finish fights and he didn't give out extra bonuses. How about that card? And what about that card? There's other cards where, he gave out extra bonuses like UFC Austin last year. He gave out like 10. Remember that card? Everyone got a finish bonus. Remember?
Yeah.
We're gonna say sorry. I didn't mean. I was fucking passionate. Man. I love that because, dude, the sport's not the sport's not here without Dana, but the sport's not here without the fighters. The fighters are what makes the sport great, right?
It's also like you see. I don't know if you have that in your personal life, but I see it in my personal life where like people who don't have a lot always give a lot, and when people have a lot, they try to not give a lot. That's what I always feel like. I think that's the thing. If you don't have a lot, you like listen. I always share with people. For example, although I don't look like I share stuff, but I do. But you see, when people are rich, they are getting more even. How do you say that? They don't really like to share a lot. I always feel that way. I think that's pretty much life. It's not fair, but it's the way it is. And
you're 100% right, my friend. No, I completely agree with you. There's nothing else to say. I've always thought about that. Like if I win the lottery, like I always think I'm going to give my friends money, my family money. I don't even care about myself. I'm never going to win it, but I'm just saying like I would. I had friends reach out about the company being greedy after the clip. Yeah, it was awful. It was an awful thing for him to say. I think it was such a bad look on him. But again, all the suck ups are going to say, good for Dana. The card sucked. It's all Makayev's fault. Stuff. Did you guys see Beltran was going to buy? He should have. Makayev's a little prick, honestly, Marcel. We'll talk about him in a minute, but he's a little shit. You know, I think they made a good decision with this guy. I know you disagree. I knew you would, but we'll talk about that in a minute, okay? Dana was bad about Canelo fighting during the Sphere where he did the same in the Nagano. Pot calling the kettle black, right? Isn't that what it's called? He said that he won't make the double bonus. Yeah, he said they're not doing it anymore. Do you guys think the UFC should do a show finish? Yes. I like that a lot better. I don't like the show win model a lot. I think it's outdated. But yeah, don't think Dana likes Mr. Beast. Why? Because Mr. Beast gives away his money.
I don't know who Mr. Beast is.
Mr. Beast is a YouTuber guy. He's the most famous YouTuber probably.
Okay.
I don't love his videos. They're mostly geared towards kids, but basically he like gives away money to people.
Okay.
He's super rich. He's actually very philanthropic or whatever, however you pronounce that. He gives away a lot of his money though.
Okay.
He's like 25 years old, I think. He's like a young guy. He gives away all his money. It's crazy. Like he does good. I'm not a huge fan of the guy just because I don't like his videos very much, to be honest with you. But yeah, exactly. It's for kids. All right, let's go to the next fight. Oh, sorry, we didn't talk about Patty and Creed. Yeah, I mean, like it was an amazing submission. It basically fucking woke the crowd up. Obviously deserved one bonus. I don't think two. I think two is excessive. Marcel, I'd like to see Green fight Dariush though. I mean, because he's not booked and he's there, and it's a winnable fight.
I'd like to see Green not going for a takedown against somebody who's good on the ground. You know what I mean?
I think I meant to say him, but I might say Green. Sorry, guys. My apologies. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, but why did Green shoot?
I have no idea, man. I saw that. I was like, why? You know, I didn't make sense.
Stupid.
Yeah, I mean, good for Paddy. You know, good win. Still haven't been, and it's weird to say for somebody who has won all his fights in the UFC. Still not convinced that he can go all the way. You know.
Yeah.
I think he's in the top 15 now. I think he will do pretty well. You know, but I think there are a lot of guys in that top 15 who are really struggling with. But we'll see.
I thought he had an amazing submission.
For sure.
And absolutely. It surprised me. You know, I thought he might win a decision. I didn't think he'd submit Bobby Green. I don't think anyone did. Green looked like he got clipped. Maybe he might have. I don't know. Oh, is that what happened, West Coast? I don't want to put it up on the screen, but I mean, I'm not surprised. Oh, Marcel left. He didn't want to talk about Mr. Beast. Patty did keep Green. Yeah, Patty looked good on the feet too. I mean, I think he looked good. I don't know what happened to Marcel. What's up, Mr. Nice Guy? What's going on, man? Glad to have you here. Maybe Green shot because Patty's a big guy. And he was like, oh, shit, this dude. Patty is a big lightweight. You know, he cuts a fucking ton of weight. I don't know if you saw Patty's interview this week. He was like, they're like, Patty, like, how do you, like, cut all this weight? And he's like, lad, I like being fat and happy. I don't like cutting weight. Like, he likes to be fat between his fights because he balloons up to, like, you've seen that picture of him, right? Like that one where he's, like, super fat at that baseball game. Yeah. He looks like Chris Griffin from Family Guy. Anyways, it was a good performance by Patty.
Did you hear Patty press conference all about Kellen Loughran?
What did he say? He doesn't like him?
He's like, yeah, I was saying like Jordan Futsinich got signed by the UFC. He was like, Futsinich got signed, Charrier got fired, and Paul Hughes is in the B leagues and PFL. So and Paul Hughes is Kellen Loughran's teammate. So he's like, yeah, Paul Hughes would fucking destroy you. And he's like, yo, Major Chip Hazard, shut your fucking mouth or something. You know?
Yeah.
You know Major Chip Hazard, right?
Yeah. Who's that?
You should look him now up on Google.
What's his name?
Major Chip Hazard.
Who is this? Oh, from Small Soldiers.
He called Loughran that.
Oh, his face kind of looks like he's got. Loughran's face is like, it's just like a square, right?
Mini Fattori, you know.
Yeah. I think he doesn't like Neil because it would be being a washed man. He beat fucking Tony Ferguson, dude. I don't think he cares. What's the highest ranking? I didn't think he'd even be top 15, honestly. Probably top 10. I don't think he wins the title though. Imagine Patty wins the championship one day. Holy fuck. I was expecting Patty. He looked huge. Thoughts on Jed's 30-27 Cop? I don't agree with it. I mean, you could score for Cop, I think. 1-3, I think it would be, but I don't think you can give him the second round. We'll talk about that fight in a sec. Let's go to the next fight. Greg Rodriguez looked great against Christian Lee Duncan. Terrible performance by Duncan. I think we both picked Duncan, right?
Yeah, I said it's either Duncan by knockout or probably Rodriguez later in the fight, you know. And
I didn't think
Rodriguez was clearly the fight. Was really good. RoboCop
looked great, and I think he's well deserving of a top 50 opponent. To be honest with you, that Bruno Ferreira fight, I kind of feel like it was almost a lucky punch, kind of. You feel that way a little bit, maybe?
I said it back then, man. It can be like a one-hit knockout, and he got that with Bruno Ferreira, but felt kind of fluky if you think about
Bruno's got a ton of power, right? Obviously, but
also,
like
if you look at his loss to Arma against Arma Petrosian, I think he won that fight actually, so
that was a close one. What's crazy? I actually bet on Petrosian, but I thought he lost that fight, which is crazy. The one loss, it was on Contender, but the Jordan Williams loss is a bad loss. Jordan Williams is not very good, so that's a bad loss.
It happens.
To be honest with you, I was confident in them both, Blake. I was very surprised. There were some surprising. Okay, we'll go to the one more main card fight. Arnold Allen defeats Giga Chikadze decision.
Good comeback.
I think it was a good fight.
I was a very technical fight, man. I liked it.
I liked this fight a lot. I agree with I wouldn't have given a fight of the night because I would have given 4 bonuses or 5, But if there had to be a fight of the night, I think this would have been my fight of the night if I had to pick one. Because I thought it was a good fight. It was a really technical striking battle. Giga won the first round, and then Allen won the second and third round, right? That's easy. Yeah. To be honest, it was one of the easiest fights you could score, right? Do you think?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think first round was Giga, the better guy in that one, or he had the more impactful shots. Allen won 2 and 3 in my opinion. So 29-20. It was a good fight, man.
Giga did run well. He did like a track meet. I wonder if they did if they scored well, it's not PFL. They don't have the smart gauge, but how much ground did he cover? Because he was moving like crazy. His hands are great, but his kicks are nasty. Allen, huge win for Arnold Allen. I'd like to see Arnold Allen fight Josh Emmett. Would you like to see that fight?
I want to see Arnold Allen fight Jair Rodriguez.
I wouldn't mind that, but I also wouldn't mind seeing him fight Volkanovski. And to be honest with you, I think he should have called him out because he was in the crowd, and I think he was a wasted opportunity. I do think Jair Rodriguez is probably the fight they'll make. I think that fight makes a lot of sense.
Allen is too much of a, how do you say that, introverted guy to call somebody out.
He fucking wished his Nana happy birthday.
Yeah, yeah. I think his corner man said his dad. He said that in his
like his father, right? Yeah. Hey, remember to wish Nana happy birthday. That was so funny. You guys see? We love you, Nan. That was awesome. You guys see Molly McCann, me and we're working out? No, at McDonald's. I didn't see that. Alan Sterling's fighting Monster Evloev. So that's not going to happen. I mean, maybe if Sterling, I don't think that makes sense actually. If Sterling wins that fight, Sterling will want a title shot probably. I think with the winner of Evloev and Sterling might get a title shot next.
It's possible, I think,
especially Evloev.
But also have Ortega against Lopez. So
UFC is all in on Diego Lopez. They love this guy. They love him. Mm-hmm. Let's go to the prelims here. Nathaniel Wood defeats Daniel Pineda. Yeah, I mean, he clearly won the fight, but I mean, it was an okay fight. It was okay. What do you think of this one?
I felt like Wood won easily the first 2 rounds, and the third round, he kind of just was like just surviving almost. Mm-hmm.
Bruno Brazil. I mean, this was the upset of the night, probably, right?
Damn, dude.
How good did she look, though?
Yeah, she looked really good, definitely in the first round, but I think she should have finished the fight in the first round, man, because...
Bro, she hurt Molly to the body so much in that first round. It was crazy, eh?
Not only to the body, but it was pretty brutal, man.
Do you think Molly McCann is one of the most overrated fighters in the UFC?
And listen, man, I don't rate her that high. I also don't rate her really low. I think she's just like not top 15, but under there. And she will beat some girls, the bottom of the barrel. She definitely beats.
I mean, I kind of feel like Brazil is kind of bottom. I don't. Think
I felt that as well, but she looked really good.
Well, fighting nerds, right?
Yeah.
Molly McCann is a can. Not only the body. Oh God, that was good. Okay, we're great. We'll talk about him in a second. Just give me 1 second. Every time Molly saw any advantage, threw it away for sure. Next fight, huge upset here. Jake Hadley defeats Kaylin Loughran. I didn't see this coming. This one I didn't see coming. Did you?
No, I was happy for Hadley, dude. I mean, otherwise he would be an 0-3 in his last 3
Especially
fights.
After he missed weight, right?
Yeah. And he missed weight.
You think they would have cut him? You think they would have, if he lost, they would have cut him?
I wouldn't be surprised because he was made before when I was in the Contender Series, So, but he fought really good, man. I mean, complete performance by him. Yeah.
Was he just better than we expected? Or was Kaylin Loughran not that good?
Yeah, it's difficult to say, right?
No.
I don't know.
I don't, man. Because again, we talk about this all the time. Like, I do try to learn from the fights. There's some fights like I would have never picked Bruno over Molly McCann because I thought that was an easy fight for her, and it wasn't. But like this fight, again, maybe I just overrated this guy. I thought he was good. I thought he looked so good in his last fight. Maybe that Angel Pacheco guy's that's not very good either, right?
Mhm.
That's the other thing. Bruno Brazil or Brock Lesnar, maybe. Bruno Brazil, Capital Hot. I mean, I think she's good looking, but again, dude, she doesn't swing your way, bro, Jamie. Unless you're a female, Jamie, which I don't think you are, but you do have a name that could go either way. But her, that girl that's in her corner, her coach is your girlfriend. So
Yeah.
you'd have to fight her, and I'm pretty sure she could armbar you, dude. So yeah, you probably lose that. All right, guys, let's get to this fight that everyone's talking about. An absolutely terrible fight between Muhammad Mokaev and Mel Kopp. The fight was an absolute stinker. The fight sucked. The fight was two guys selling wolf tickets. I was so hyped for this fucking fight. I was so hyped. I'm not going to read the last comment, by the way. It's too funny. I'm not going to read it. You can read it, though.
I think.
No, don't say it. We don't get canceled here, but no, I thought this fight was shit, and you know, I did think Mokaev won. You know, I picked Kopp, obviously, guys. I thought he'd win the fight. He was way too hesitant again, though. What the hell's wrong with this guy? Like, honestly, he could have easily won this fight if he just threw strikes. Because Muhammad was like really tentative in this fight. And to be honest with you guys, two of the judges gave the third round to Belal. So if I thought he won the first round. How did you score it? I had 29-20 Mokaev. How did you score it?
To be really honest, I cannot really remember correctly. I know I had at least 2 rounds from Mokaev and maybe even 3. So I think it was 30-27 or 29-28. But it was not like that happened a lot, you know what I mean? But I think Mokaev did more than enough to get the decision win, man.
Yeah, I thought he won, but how bad was this fight, though?
Yeah, it wasn't a great fight, obviously, because of the things that happened before. I mean, people were obviously hyped to see this fight. What just happened?
I was too. I was like, well, this is a good fight.
I said, take the octagon away. Maybe that's something that they just go free out. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it wasn't like super how do you say that, spectacular fight?
Yeah.
But yeah,
a few things I want to talk about with this quickly. Sure. Muhammad admitted that he sucker punched Kopp after asking him to take a picture. Only a complete douchebag would do something like that. That is beyond lame. Dana White cut him after. Well, they didn't cut him. They didn't resign him.
You got to tell the full story. You know,
he's a boring fighter.
No, from April on. You got to tell it from April on, not just like he.
Okay, so they had a fight at the PI.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't like the guy.
Yeah.
And then
Manel had butted him.
Okay. I think Manel's a dick too. There you go. You want me to say that too? I think.
I don't want to. No, I
think they're both clowns. Quite frankly, I expected more from both guys in this fight. I think I think Muhammad's a boring fighter. I wouldn't have cut him though based on his fighting style. You know, because it says something. Was he 7-0 in the UFC? 7-0. You know, so regardless of, you know, because he does have 4 finishes too. It's not like he wasn't finishing guys. He finished 4 guys. And he has some good wins, Marcel. Manel Kopp, Alex Perez, Charles Johnson. Those are good wins, dude. You know? Tim Elliott. Jafel Field's even a good fighter, you know? The problem is, you know, clearly there's something that happened behind the scenes. Something like the matchmaker. Dana said the matchmakers don't like him. Didn't he say that? He said Mick Mayer, Sean Shelby do not like this guy.
Yeah. By the way, I want to reply to Bertje. I don't say it's not a dick move, but you got to
tell.
Yeah, of course, but you got to tell the full story and not just start from what happened on Wednesday. You know.
By the way, we should talk about this. I forgot. The short grab. To me, that was like one of the most obvious point deductions you could take.
Almost give him a wedgie, man. Of course, that was a point deduction.
Mike Beltran goes, come on, guys, don't want me to make me enforce the rules. I'm like, what the fuck? And then everyone's like, look, Mike Beltran's like angry at them. I'm like, he's not even taking a point. What a hard warning. I'm so tired of this hard warning bullshit. Marcel. Are you not? It's like the dumbest shit ever. A hard warning. Mike Beltran's angry. Like,
hey, I take a knife in the cage, I stab him. Hard warning. Don't do that again.
No foreign objects in the cage. Patty Brady didn't like the card. It wasn't. We talked about it at the beginning, man. It wasn't that good. I said 5. Marcel said 6 out of 10. You guys think McCaver will regret not being more aggressive? No, because I don't think that's really why he was cut. I think it was behind the scenes stuff. Because I think they have boring fighters on the roster, guys. It's not like he's the only boring guy. I think there's more boring guys, but this fight was shit, and there was all the other bullshit. Like even at the ceremonial weigh-ins, they were trying to fight each other, and then before the fight, and then they laid an egg. Even Dana's like they're staring at each other for 5 minutes. By the way, Jamie said Bruno's girlfriend's going to beat his ass. Probably if she sees this podcast, she's going to beat your ass, Jamie. And Tristan too. Tristan wants Bruno too, but they're not taking.
They probably like it.
Oh yeah, I agree though. She's very attractive. But yeah, again, she doesn't swing her way. What's up, hype? Don't let me do my job, Mike Beltran. I know, right? Ironically, I know Cape was sucker punched. E. Macau, did that happen? Was it Rising?
Oh, that was like a stare down, and I think Cap gave him like a slap to the head. And
Cop's a dick. I mean, I admit that too, but I just think like Makayev, asking someone to take a picture with you and then fucking punching them is so lame. It's so immature. I think Makayev one day will probably regret the way he's acted. I think one day, but right now, I still think listen, they let him go. Dana's like, well, he's going to be a while in the PFL. He's not going. The PFL doesn't have a flyweight division. They don't even have a bantamweight division. I think he's going to go to one championship. I think you could. I don't know what you think about this. I think they could do Demetrius Johnson and Makayev. What do you think about that?
Yeah, why not? I wouldn't go to one championship, but
what would you go Brave FC or whatever back there?
ACA, Brave FC, KSW. I don't know. Whatever.
Bellator could do a one-off flyweight fight, maybe. They don't have a division though. Marcel gives you more. You know more about the Makayev Cop?
I told you what I knew, man. I mean, the thing with the funny thing is like when in April Manal headbutted Makayev and the PI, somebody texted me and it's like, "Is this true? I heard this." I was like, "I have no idea." And then you see him during the weigh-ins before the Perez fight. You see him with the how do you say that with a wound here that was healing. You know,
right.
So I feel like it was something true. And then that story came back up this week, and they both denied it. You know, so it was really weird, but yeah, I don't know what exactly happened. Obviously, you know,
I understand.
but
No worries.
At the same time, I feel like listen, man, he's 23, you know, and to say like the matchmakers don't like him, give us more information why you absolutely want to remove this guy from your roster. You know, he's 7-0, he's a big talent. You know, he's people think he's boring. I'm okay with that, you know, but still, that's no reason to release somebody who's 7-0 and it's like top 5 in your division, you know. So
yeah, I agree.
I want to know more. You know,
they're
why?
They won't.
Now, of course, they won't say it. But
Chris made a good point. Like Mick Maynard, he looked annoyed. Mick doesn't like Makayev. Sean Shelby doesn't like him. And someone had said, I think the matchmakers told him, don't shoot so many takedowns. They did tell him that, I think. But again, I don't know if that's the home. I don't think they would cut someone because they shoot takedowns. Because like that was kind of Habib's game, right? And he was one of the greatest fighters ever. GSP was a takedown machine. They didn't cut him, so
they give Marap a title shot. You know.
Yeah. Do you guys know if they offered to renegotiate Makayev's contract? I don't know. I'm not sure. I really don't know. Me and Marcel, we did know that before this fight they probably weren't going to resign him. We already knew that. I think we had maybe mentioned this. I can't remember, but we had heard that they weren't going to bring him back. So it's not. Yeah. I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean? Because I already knew.
Same. I knew also that.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if that's what happened. Saudi's PFL want to make. Yeah, I mean they do go to Saudi Arabia now. You know they could maybe they want to have him headline those cards with Saudi PFL Mina or whatever it is. He could. I don't really watch it to be honest with you. I know Zach, who's in the chat, he watches it every weekend. The Law fight was okay. It was an interesting fight. It wasn't great though. ACA would love to have him. KF should go to 1. Yeah, I think so too. Cage Warriors. I mean, there's no money there. You know, Cage Warriors is a feeder promotion for the UFC. There's no
maybe Ryzen.
Ryzen's interesting. Probably do something terrible. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Is that thick, short woman? Yeah, it is. That's her girlfriend. I know, right? She's doing good for herself, man. Good for her. Rab enters the chat. You got cut down. It's your coach too, by the way. I'm pretty sure. He got cut down for pulling the trouser. You got cut before that, dude. They weren't going to resign him. Yeah, one's Muay Thai. There's Zach. Was this the real reason? I think it had to do with the weight thing too. You know, because they moved it up after the weigh-in, right?
So weird. And they advertise. Actually, there's a bitch move, man. They advertise with it for 2 or 3 days for Fight Pass here.
It's a bitch move because you have to fucking move you have to change your poster.
No, I don't mind. You know, but the thing is, like, the early prelims over here are on Fight Pass, you know, and the other ones are on HBO Max over here. And for England, for example, the normal prelims and the main card is on TNT, and the early prelims are also on Fight Pass. So they advertise with it on Fight Pass, so you can only watch this on Fight Pass. So people get subscriptions to Fight Pass because they want to see that fight, and then on Fight Night they're like, okay, we put it on the normal prelims. So nobody should have got a Fight Pass if they just wanted to watch that fight.
Yeah, you're right. Makaev and Horiguchi. That's a fun fight. I'd love to see Horiguchi back in the UFC. He's such a great fighter.
Yeah.
Khabib legit broke now. I have no idea about this whole thing with Khabib.
Also, not. I don't
We got
know.
a boy Fight Talk. Late night show for sure, man. Appreciate you
What's up,
doing
man?
the hard work as always, man. Always love you having me in the chat. Whole works like cops cheeks. I know. Makayo's weigh-in was sketchy as fuck. You saw the weigh-in, right? With Mark Radke.
Yeah. He thought he was over. He asked for the box.
Dude, that thing did not balance before they said it was 126. It was 126. That's what happens when you have a UFC official doing it. I think that I'm not saying he wouldn't make weight because he probably would have. It looked like it was going to balance, but it was very fast. Usually they wait for the thing to go up and down a few times, right? But he just goes, 126. And I know you, Marcel, you're tired of this whole meat scale. You want to see the digital scale, right? You prefer that?
Yeah, I know they say it's more precise, but
Marcel,
it's annoying.
Tick.
Yeah. Tick. Please stand still. And then the fighter is like putting his arm in the air. Please stand still. Tick.
Marcel,
Don't make a gif, you motherfuckers.
5 seconds, baby. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, baby.
For
the picture. It was sketchy weighing though. He did get pants, dude. Parson. Oh yeah. Sorry. There's other fights to talk about. Fuck.
Man.
There's a lot of questions. The card wasn't great, but there's a lot of questions. Very sketchy. No one asked Dana. They want to lose their job. They want to lose their connections. All right, let's get back to the card. We'll do quick on the early prelims. Oban Elliott looked amazing. Underdog upset. I thought he looked great, Marcel. I thought Modestus, that fight was tied heading in the third round and great finish. I think it should have got a bonus. Sam Patterson, again, talk about this guy. Could have used that bonus money, I'm sure. He looked really good. I think Kiefer Crosby gets cut. Mick Parker knocks out Lucas Treschke. Knocks him out in the first round. Your boy Lucas gets destroyed. His chin is not very good. And then the first fight of the night, I'll get you to comment on all these fights in a second, but the first fight was such a terrible fight. It's just not a UFC caliber fight. Sean and Bannon, and to be honest with you, Marcel, we should have known after that fight that this card wasn't going to be that good because it's like, I was like, this isn't these girls are not UFC caliber. I also thought Sean Bannon clearly won. I don't think his split decision was necessary there, but you have any thoughts on those first 5 prelims? Yeah, you did have 3 finishes out of the fucking card, but
I mean, let's start with Oban Elliott. I think he looked really good in the fight. He prevented the takedowns, which I thought Preston Parsons would do to win the fight, but he couldn't get it. Yeah, he got one maybe, but Oban Elliott did really well. A great win for him. Modestus Bukauskas Bracknell, I think that was a fun fight to watch, until Modestus got smart, got him to the ground, and finished him there in the third round. What else did you had? You had Pop Patterson with a great quick win over Kiefer Crosby, like we pretty much expected both, You had Mick Parkin with a great knockout, finally got his first finish in the UFC, good for him. And then the first prelim, Shauna Benning against Alice Ardely, and yeah.
Who'd you score that for, by the way?
Yeah, for Shauna, 2-1, but yeah.
Yeah, no. It wasn't great. And also she almost missed weight, but she made it. So give her credit because she took it on
short notice. Yeah.
But yeah. We got some comments here. Well, they do digital. Dan doesn't like the digital weigh-ins, right? Hasn't he said this? Like they just prefer the meat scale. They've said that. UFC.
Sorry? What's the question?
They prefer the meat scale.
Yeah.
What's the reason though?
It's more precise, they say. I have no idea.
I mean, I think that when you have a digital scale, it's like 0.1. Does not look more precise, but what do I know, right?
Yeah, same.
Thoughts on UFC 305? I think the card looks really sick. Like, what do you think? 305?
I think the you got Adesanya against Duplessis is a good fight, obviously. Kara France Ertzak, I don't really feel it, but it's a good fight.
I like that fight.
Hooker Gamrot, I don't feel it, but it's a good fight. Tuivasa against Jairzinho, I also don't feel it was a good fight. And you got Pratis against Lee. I'm intrigued by that one.
That's a fun fight. That's actually one of the better fights in the card.
Yeah.
Kiefer Crosby's not good. He's only in the card in the UFC because of his connection to Connor. I hate to say it. Yeah.
It's like that.
Every fight in the UK card now, Dana's new oil boys all good for. Asakura. Yeah, the rumor was him and Pedoja, but I think they might do that later on this year.
Mm-hmm.
Asakura might get a title shot without fighting the UFC, which is kind of crazy. But he's very good. So, who's female DDP? Who's the female DDP? Shauna Bannon? I think it is. Yeah, Blake wants to make more money off the submission prop. Ask you guys if Brandon was only in the UFC because she was hot. You guys said no.
Yeah,
Well,
because I don't
she's
think
won it. She did win a fight.
because I don't think she's hot, but I think she does
She's
well
okay.
with the fight.
She's okay.
She does well. She's okay fighter, but she's not like next level or whatever.
I mean, I think looks wise she's okay. I think she's okay.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
Yeah, Parsons looked terrible. Like the other guy that I think that maybe he got fucked up with the time difference. The head kick was crazy. We had Prachi on Marcel, that head kick.
Yeah, that out of nowhere, pretty much. Yeah.
Holy crap! Digital isn't accurate. Well, they say so. If you say so, true. I trust you. Nick Parker, Jonathan Denise. Jonathan Denise is fighting
Carl Williams,
where he probably gets wrestled. Probably gets wrestled. Fuck. Marcel, why do you hate KKF and Hooker? I don't know.
I don't hate them, but listen, man, I always feel like you got like how do you say that? The City Kickboxing. You got Next Level Adesanya, and you got Volkanovski there, and Hooker and KKF are pretty good, but I don't feel like they're on that level, but they're acting like they're on that level. I have nothing against Hooker, man. I think Hooker is a fun fighter to watch, but I'm just honest. And KKF, listen, man, KKF is good. KKF is good, but I never see like title opportunity challenger in him. So that's pretty much why. But I don't hate him.
They ever got touched on the debut? Yeah, there's definitely someone. People from Strikeforce did too.
Melendez, Gilbert.
Yeah. Do you guys think UFC would give another chance to the girl that lost Bannon?
Yeah. Well, short notice, man.
Or Alice Ardelais. It's pronounced like French, but she's Romanian.
I think it's Alice Ardelais or something. But the thing is, like, they always said at the broadcast, I don't know if you picked that up, that she was supposed to fight Jasmine Jastovicius, man. Actually. What? Yeah, they said like she got the opportunity to fight Jasmine, but at 125, I think. But for some reason couldn't make that, and now she got the opportunity at 115, and she also accepted it.
Yeah, I mean, she took the fight at short notice. Oh, by the way, she's with First Round Management. So because I looked at her Instagram after, and I was just checking it out, right? Because she's actually decent looking, I think.
She has some funny clips, man, on Instagram.
Some of the clips are weird, but I think she's got an OnlyFans, like it's free, so check it out. I don't have OnlyFans, but she has a Reddit account. I did see her on Reddit, and she has pictures of her ass on there. So if you want to check it out, she posted herself. So, but yeah, I think she's decent looking. But someone, First Round Manager posted, I think, like, welcome to the UFC or whatever. And then John Jones, who's with them, obviously, replied, and he's like, excited for your UFC debut. And then people in the comments are like, yo, Jones wants to get on that, man. Like, Jones wants this. Like, I was laughing so hard, bro. Like, it's funny. But yeah, no, she'll get another fight. I don't think she's very good though, honestly. You guys, Bannon, yeah. Connor's another one of Connor's.
Paddy in our corner. Paddy, hold on.
Marcel would spend some time with Mom and me. I would. I'd have a drink with her. She wouldn't. She wouldn't want to go with me though. So it's all good. I don't think Hooker takes himself seriously. Dan Hooker. I don't know why Dan is getting this opportunity. I don't think he deserves it against Gamrot. Do you?
No, I don't have it. The thing is, like, probably they couldn't find anybody else, and Gamrot was willing to take the fight. I think
Gamrot's a beast.
Yeah. So
you like Gamrot?
I think Gamrot is a complete fighter, man. To be honest,
He is. Paulie was lucky. She was, dude. KK was being more. He had picked KK for that fight, and you guys all thought it was crazy, and then he looked good, and then got fucking kicked in the liver. KK Manel? Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight either. If he loses, who's the hottest fighter in the UFC right now? I think most people would say Tracy Cortez. I don't know if that would be my pick. No. I'd have to look at the roster. I know Marcel was saying Natalia Silva.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Natalia Silva is more like cute than hot.
She's a good fighter too.
And she's a very good fighder as well.
I like Jacqueline or Moran.
She's beautiful as well. I like Watterson.
Fucking horny, guys.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I also like Watterson still a lot, man. I think she looks good.
Watterson is, she's great. I think those ones.
Veronica Hardy is a good call, by the way, by Raw Festival.
Oh, great call. Good for Dan, man. He definitely. Oh, Tabitha Ricci, she's another good one. Cheyenne Felismus is good looking too, although Roman Felice would fucking choke me out in a second, so I'm not gonna say anything. I like Deanna Belbitsa. I know a lot of people aren't a fan, but I think she's good. I think Mackenzie Dern is pretty good looking.
Oh, Lipsky's a good call as well.
Lipsky's great. Pollyanna Vienna is pretty good looking. I think Tatiana Flores is a really good looking woman too. There's some good looking women fighters. I mean, there really is. I'm just looking at the roster. It's like, geez, like even like Ivana Petrovic isn't too bad, you know. Who else? I mean, and the thing is, these girls can fight too for the most part. You know, like they're not just something to look at. Like they can fucking fight, and they would fucking destroy me. And your girl Hebos, don't forget your girl Hebos.
Yeah,
Amanda.
Amanda.
It's funny though. It's actually like I'm looking at the roster. Like most of the Q ones are at 115, and then you go up in weight. The more you go up, it's like
And I'm Brazilian. You know,
and all the Brazilian ones are just amazing. Because I'm looking at 135 and. I mean, I think a lot of people would say. Actually, I don't mind. I think Norma Dumont's actually pretty good looking too. I don't know what you think about her.
Yeah, I agree.
But like, I'm not a fan of Aileen Perez at all. Like, I'm not. It doesn't do it for me. I know you are, but
no, man. No,
you're not. I thought you were.
No, you're crazy.
Because like I look at this vision, it's kind of rough, man. I gotta be honest with you. But like, yeah, I mean, just to answer your question, like, hopefully we'll cancel for this.
But if you ask me, like,
we're crediting, we're giving you compliments here. We're not fucking shitting. So.
I mean, Michelle Waterson still like for years. Still, I think.
Where's is Pato in the chat? I think he likes Josephine Knudsen. That's one of his favorites too. Like 115 is full of them, man. Actually, Luana Pinheiro is good looking too. Like there's a lot of really good ones. Marcel, look, Marcel, he's just like, yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I agree.
Marcel, like I said, going to getting images later on.
Mostly the most Brazilian are really looking good. You know, like 80%, I think. You know?
Yeah. Who the Abu Dhabi main event? If it was like, probably Pereira and Nagomedov, I would think. Hazel Albuquerque fight Pereira. Yeah. Elise Smith was shit. Alter Universe Khan didn't get up in the Tabasa fight. Yeah. I'm just looking at Luana Santos. Forgot about her. She got a fight now. Oh yeah, she's fighting Casey O'Neill. Another good one, Marcel. To be honest with you, that's a very attractive fight. I think that's why they did that fight. Again, all these girls are taken, man. Like Casey O'Neill's dating Ty Werder, right?
Yeah.
Guy, like these guys, they will kick my ass. But hey,
by the way, also shout out Jessica Rose Clark,
one of your all-time favorites. I forgot about Dudakova is good too. She's fighting next week. Doesn't sell her dignity. Like, well, let me ask you a question. What do you think about OnlyFans? What's your honest opinion?
Listen, man, the thing is, like, I don't mind. People should do whatever they want, you know. But for example, if I had a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, I don't want them to be on OnlyFans.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, you know. I don't know about you.
Well,
I don't mean athlete page, I do.
What? Sorry?
I'm not talking about an athlete page. I'm talking about like the explicit content. Would you like to see your girlfriend or your wife doing?
Yeah, because like I think like Lipsky has one, but it's just her training and stuff.
It's an athlete page, yeah. I think Rebus has also an athlete page.
But like Alice Alderlin, like you can see her ass and stuff. I'm pretty sure, and like even Jessica Andrade. I mean, there's pictures of her naked. I mean, she posted them, right? She had. Now I feel bad for Jessica because she got divorced and she lost all her money in the divorce, which sucked. But yeah, I mean, for me, Marcel, like, I think for the longest time, I've been kind of against that. But if the opportunity presented itself and a girl was like, that I thought was really hot, that I'm dating, was like, hey, I have this OnlyFans page, like, I mean, I'd have to have the conversation, you know, I'd have to think about it more. Like, right now, if you'd ask me, I'd be like, no, but like, who knows? Maybe this girl's super hot, dude. I'd be like, okay, go ahead. I don't know. I really don't fucking know.
I don't dig it, man, but yeah.
I don't dig it either, dude. I don't even have an account, but. I mean, yeah. And the thing is, it's kind of weird knowing that like other guys are kind of like looking at your girl and like, you know, doing their thing. Like it's kind of weird, right?
For me, it's like super weird when women and this is going to be a political discussion when women are talking like women empowerment. You know, women empowerment. We have an OnlyFans. Oh yeah, exactly. It's like how's it women empowerment? You know what I mean?
Do they have OnlyFans for dudes too? Do they like? Can you show your dog? Like,
probably.
You should show yours. Make some money. Any idea of who's the Lima fighting? I saw that. You have any idea, Marcus Rogerio?
I have no idea. It's in Abu Dhabi, right? So I guess it's maybe no, it's Shamil Ghazi.
Shamil's fighting. Who's that? Oh no, he said. I was going to say that.
Maybe the Hamdi fight, the Hamdi guy.
Yeah, I saw someone say Hamdi because he's going to be off suspension. That makes sense. Yeah. You guys all made some really good shout-outs with the hot chick. Oh yeah, Blanchfield. Harrison, not for me, but she would also kick my ass.
You know who I have like, who I kind of like? Yasmin Horegi for some reason. I don't know why.
The whole thing with.
Yeah. Besides that.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that there was this clip on Twitter. What's the guy's name? Johnny Munoz. Is it Johnny Munoz?
Yeah, Johnny Munoz. Yeah.
Former UFC fighter. He said that there's a fighter that like one of the coaches knocked up at a young age, and there's all these people saying it was Yasmin. I don't think there's any proof of that.
Yeah.
But I think that's disappointing. If that, I do think that in MMA there's a big problem with grooming at these gyms. I think you admit that too, right? Like,
yeah,
these coaches are like fucking creepy ass 40-year-old men, and they get these 15-year-old girls in the gym, and they take a liking to them, and then they it's creepy as fuck, dude. And grooming is wrong, and the sad thing is, Marcel, it's actually very common, I think, in society. And I think people don't talk about it enough. There's a lot of creepy ass dudes that are like, they couldn't get girls when they were 20 years old. Now they're 40 and they have money and they have a career and success, and they go after these young girls that don't know any better. I honestly feel that way, Marcel, and I think it's creepy as fuck. But yeah.
Bro, by the way, we forgot Alexa Grasso.
Alexa's grown on me over the years too, by the way. She really did, because I thought she was okay, but she's very cute. I mean, obviously, Does she have a boyfriend? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea, dude.
Because it's just surprising, because like, her and Valentina too, they've never posted pictures or like you ever saw them with, I think there's some rumors that Valentina's with the coach, but I think they're sisters.
No, that's a sister.
Yeah. A sister, yeah. And Antonina, the older, she's the older sister, Antonina?
Yeah, Antonina's older.
She's still in the UFC or no? She's still in the UFC.
I have no idea.
No? Macy Barber has another boyfriend. Yeah, she does. She was at the event with him. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was.
Who?
Macy Barber has another guy. Not Yusuf
Slots,
another dude.
Yeah.
He's in LFA, I think. I can't remember the guy. I saw it. It's on her. I mean, she posted a picture of him, so they're in the register. So Montana De La Rosa is actually, another good one. The mother at 15 thing is.
It is what it is, man.
It is what
it's
it
not
is,
my business.
No, same here. But I mean, I think Montana's great. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I know you do too.
Yeah.
She's still with that guy, Mark De La Rosa?
Mark De La Rosa. Yeah, that's why she's Montana De La Rosa. Yeah.
There you go. So he was in the UFC, but he wasn't that good.
Bumblebee.
Imagine knowing like your wife could kick your ass. Like, need more Andrade picks? You want more Andrade?
True, you're nasty, dude. You're nasty. That Joey dude already outed me that I posted one in the Discord, man. I mean, I admitted that, so whatever.
The Pat Rose thing is kind of weird. No comment right now, but yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, they're both adults now, but when they met, there's a thing about online where Pat said that he met her when she was like really young, and she's like, no, it was when I was older. It's kind of strange, but again, they're a lot older now. She's like, I think Rose is like 30 now, right? So it's a long time ago. Oh, Crazy Cat. I didn't want to say his name either. Crazy Cat. I don't think so. I wouldn't mind Diego Lopez doing some BJ. Wait,
what they do?
Yeah. Oh, Dakota Ditcheva. Oh yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. She
crazy?
Patty Pimblett, man.
I was gonna say what? What did you say?
She looks like female Patty Pimblett to me. So yeah.
It almost is a turn off though how easy her fights are. As crazy as that sounds, it's so stupid. It sounds like that, but like the matchmaking PFL turns off her. But yeah, she's very attractive. James Lynch, our friend, obviously he saw her. I think he interviewed her once in person, and he's like, dude, she is like tall and like really nice, and nice smile and everything. So again, there's a lot of really good fighters. Because
I'm happy you guys love Patty Pimblett. So
they're in good. But Marcel, the thing is, about these fighters, these women, they're all in good shape too. You know what I mean?
Sure, of course.
And they can fight. So she's nice, 700. Well, you know what? We're actually going to talk about PFL. We should end this podcast, but we're 120. Holy fuck! Sorry, guys. We'll talk about that card in a second. How was you rating the card? This what, Abu Dhabi or this card? I said 5.
6.
Oh, Canelo released the bunny, all those tattoos. Yeah. This podcast has gone off the fucking rails. Holy shit, Marcel, keep those hands up, baby. I don't want to see what's going on there. Anyways, give me a sec, guys. I'm actually gonna end this podcast. We're gonna do a UFC Abu Dhabi preview. I gotta do a second podcast though. It's just better that way. So give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna tweet it out. Give me 1 sec. We're gonna tweet it out. And we're going to do UFC Abu Dhabi preview. So or a sec, I'll tweet it out, and we'll you can ask other questions there. Okay, give me a second.